Hello, welcome back.
Hello, happy holidays, Melon and Me podcast edition.
Yes, with your girl Whitney. And
Mia.
yes, so we're back for a special holiday episode. I guess this will be our last podcast of the year.
Yep, yep.
2025 is coming to a wrap. Can't believe it.
Coming to a close.
What
I
a
guess
year.
what was your best moment of 2025?
What a
You had
year.
to pick one.
Oh my goodness. If I had to pick my best moment of 2025, I would say I had a family vacation to Hawaii for my
Ooh.
daughter's birthday and my boyfriend's birthday. And, it was fun. It was a nice, relaxing family vacation for a week in tropical paradise. And yeah, I'm fiending for another one soon.
Same, same. I would say for me, I have actually a few when I really think about it because I'm going to be doing a recap video of 2025 of some of like my favorite moments.
Okay.
And it was only until I started to like write down some stuff, I was like, damn, I've had a pretty impactful year, right? Like you don't
Done a
even really
lot.
think about it if you're going through the year, but when you sit down and you like kind of do a recap, and I'd say that, my first top two would be earlier this year. I was asked to speak at the Inman Connect. And for those who are not in real estate, you probably don't know what that is, but it's like the Forbes of, real estate conferences, and then I was asked to host our Greater Nashville Realtor Association Gala Award show. Speaking is not my biggest thing that I love to do, but for whatever reason, for the last 2 years, I've been asked to speak on all these platforms, which have been really, really, really great. Spending time in Africa twice this year, celebrating friends, family, and vacationing, that was really dope. And then I would say to end off the year, definitely, being pregnant with a baby girl. So
Girl, you had an amazing 2025.
I
Amazing.
had an amazing, I would say so. I think I would say so for sure.
God truly lays his hands on you this year, for sure.
Girl ended with a bang. Do you hear
Mhm.
me?
Yes, I'm very proud of you. You did so many amazing things this year.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
just been
you.
so amazing to see your business grow and
Thank
your
you.
life grow. And yeah,
Thank
I'm super happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good, all good things coming in 2026. So, really looking forward to it, to leaving this year and entering into a new, I'll say that.
Yeah, girl, it's definitely been a lot going on in 2025. And it seems like, I mean, I feel like we say this every year. But I feel like a lot of celebrities have been passing away or like crazy stuff has been happening to them a
Wild.
lot this year. Like we lost D'Angelo, Angie Stone, they share a child together. So that was just very strange, the same year, back to
Hmm.
back, and then the whole Diddy thing, it's just been one hit after the next, I feel. And so I'm hoping 2026 will be more, happy moments
Yeah.
for for the masses.
Didn't Cat
Um,
Williams say 2025 was going to be the year of
yep,
exposure and
yep,
like all things? And
he sure did. He
it
sure.
sure has happened, for sure. So,
Hmm. Yep. So I do want to, since today we did hear some news about the boxer Anthony Joshua, who recently had the big fight in Vegas. Was it in
mm,
Vegas or no, Miami? I think it was in Miami.
was it Vegas or Miami?
Yeah, it was on Netflix. It was a huge fight on Netflix. He just had about a week ago with
Miami.
Jake Paul in
Hmm.
Miami. Yeah. And so that was a huge event. It was all over social media. And today I woke up and saw that he was in a terrible car accident in Nigeria with two of his best friends who also happen to be his boxing coaches. And yeah, he didn't make it. I mean, he made it. He made it, but his two best friends did not make it. And so very sad, sending prayers to them. Because that's going to be a long, hard traumatic event to get over. That's like a lot of survivor's guilt. I'm sure he's gonna have to go through that. And but I'm glad to hear he made it, but it's just bittersweet.
Bittersweet. And, it is rumored or reported that he did walk away, or not necessarily walk away, but he did leave the accident with apparently minor injuries,
Mm,
which is great. That is great news in comparison to what it could have been.
right.
However, to your point, how unfortunate, that two of your closest um, people are now deceased from that.
Mm,
Um, and that I'm sure is going to forever be a traumatic, ingrained moment for him, especially right around the holidays. You know what I mean? That's another thing. Like it's
I
tragic any
hate
time of the
that.
year, but like when, it's around celebratory moments, he just won a really amazing fight around this time of year, and then to kind of like end it out with not being able to start a new year with the people that,
Mm,
you loved in 2025, that's just very traumatic. So I
it
also
is.
will be sending my thoughts and prayers um on that. I am curious to know more details on how it unfolded. Like, like did somebody hit him? Did he, veer off, or like what? Not that it matters, but I'm just curious for those
Yeah, that's
additional
how it
details.
goes. Everybody wants to know the details, and I'm sure they'll come out. I saw they leaked some videos of him being pulled out of the wreckage, so I'm sure more stuff will come out about it because it seemed like there was a lot of spectators around to witness the accident.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Apparently, it says that they were in some kind of van and lost control of the van,
Mm.
unfortunately. Um,
Bless you, baby. Yep.
whew.
And then you already
So,
said like in Africa, I've never been to Africa, but you said it's definitely parts where they drive crazy.
oh, girl, there's like no street lights. There's no stop signs. I feel like in
Mm.
Africa, it's to each their own, and you just trust and believe. I know every time that I visit in
Hmm.
Kenya, I always put my seatbelt on. I mean, I put my seatbelt on even in America, but I mean, truly put my seatbelt on there, and just constantly thanking God to make it home when I'm away, because you're really trusting someone else with your life in their
Hmm.
in their, place of their home and the way in which their rules are set up. Crazy to us, but for them, that's their day to day. So
Normal. Yeah.
that's their normal. But needless to say, I don't know if they were driving reckless or anything like that, or just truly lost control of the vehicle. So more details will, I'm sure, unfold, and we will keep up with all of the things.
Yeah. And while we're on, a sad topic, just shout out to also another celebrity or reality star who passed away, Mickey Lee. She was an amazing Black lady, 35 years old, who was a contestant on Big Brother this season, which is my show, girl. I've been watching Big Brother for 25 years. Um, I've applied to be on the show like 3 times, never got it. But she was such a good, entertaining cast member this season, a fan favorite, a lot of controversial to the show, but people were talking about her. And unfortunately, she passed away on Christmas Day due to complications of the flu. She's only 35 years old. They said her heart gave out or something. She went into cardiac arrest. And then all the fans are speculating, like trying to figure out what happened. And, it's just a mess. People are just shocked. And I just want to send my condolences to her family. And yeah, it's really sad. Rest in peace.
That is so sad. I've yet to watch. I think I've watched Big Brother um one time over my course of 38 years of life. And the only thing that I remember about Big Brother is the fact that you love it so much and have always loved
No,
it.
it's probably
So
a
much
time
to
I forced you to watch it in college or something.
the so much to the point. I was asked to be on Big Brother. Um, either this year or last year they were having a season. And I just would remember being like, my best friend loves the show. Like, how do I end up being asked
Were
to
you
be on Big
asked to be on
Brother?
Big Brother?
I told you that. Let's
I thought
see.
it was Housewives.
That too.
Oh
Big
my
Brother.
gosh, girl. I did
It's a
not know you was asked to be on
casting.
all these shows.
Yeah, I was trying to find
Now,
the
you know you didn't tell
message.
me in time enough because I would have made you go through
Yeah.
the process.
She said, "Hi Mia, I'm an associate producer for CBS and we're currently casting for Big Brother season 27, which is CBS's #1 summer show. The filming is tentatively set to start in July. Contestants complete for a grand prize of
Ugh.
$750,000. Let me know if you're interested in potentially being on the show and I would love to go over the details. Best blah 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 at
And
paramount.com."
that's, girl, that is the season that Mickey was on. This is the season the
Wow.
lady was on that just passed away. And she did her interview recently saying that casting also reached out to her. She never applied for it. They reached
Mhm.
out to her through her social media and asked her to come fly out and be on the season.
Isn't
So
that
I'm just like,
crazy?
this is crazy.
Crazy. I could have sworn I sent that to you.
I don't remember the Big Brother. I remember the Housewives one. But
Definitely
girl, you've
Housewives.
been popping. I am not surprised. I am not
But
surprised.
no,
Wow.
seriously, shout out to her, and her
Yeah.
family and friends, loved ones, because I know that's
Mm.
definitely, anytime a death happens, especially unexpected or untimely, and you're young and all the things, it's just
Christmas
always,
Day.
that's just so, again,
I'm just
traumatic.
like, how traumatic for her family. She had gifts and stuff, never gonna open them. It's gonna mess up the rest of your Christmases for you know what I mean? So
Mhm.
just prayers. Ugh, I wouldn't wish that on anyone. So just prayers.
She, while we're, kind of on the death path, unfortunately, I wanted to highlight someone that also has passed, reportedly passed away. Child actress Imani Smith, former Lion King child actress that played Nala.
I saw that.
Yes, she was
Mm.
fatally stabbed by her boyfriend earlier this month. And a 911 call was placed on December 21st, where she was later pronounced dead.
Oh my
And,
gosh.
it's just so unfortunate, that again, yet again, untimely, all the things, but to know that her death was at the hands of her boyfriend is just so awful.
Girl, this domestic violence is no joke. It's
No
getting out of
joke.
hand. We see what it can be led to. We saw the whole video footage of Diddy and Cassie, not to, you know,
Yeah.
circle back to that, but it's just crazy how much could be going on behind closed doors that nobody knows about, is what I'm leading up to. You know what I mean?
And I also think how crazy, how lighthearted we take domestic violence as a country, I feel like, because if we
Mm,
really unpack just what you said about Diddy and Cassie, not to go back there, but we have to remember he didn't get convicted for any of that with her. I mean, it is what it is, but it just goes to show, or even with when we saw that video of her getting punched and kicked and dragged, everybody was like, I mean, why didn't she leave? Why didn't she? It's like you literally saw her leaving.
mm-hmm.
You literally saw the poor girl leaving. Now, again, not to go back there and dissect and all that. We've done that in previous episodes, but I just think it's very disheartening that, we have to go through so many hoops and channels to prove abuse and to feel safe and all these things, at the hands of domestic violence.
Mm-hmm.
And that includes men too, because men are also abused by women. They are.
Yep. And
So,
then we know the penalties are very small. Like, shoot, we remember the movie Get Enough with Jennifer
mhm,
Lopez, and it's like, okay, I press
yeah.
charges, and you give me what, a restraining order to throw at this man when he comes and tries to kill me, and then it's gonna
Mhm.
be too late for
Mhm.
me. And then they
Yep.
say, well, call us back when he actually whoops your
Kills
ass, and it's
you.
just like,
Call me. It's almost like
okay,
call me back when you're dead. That's really what
yes,
it's giving. That's what it's
yeah.
giving.
They don't
Um,
care. So a lot of the times people have to take measures into their own hands or they have to flee. Some people create whole new lives and you know what I mean, just to get away from their abuser because half the time these domestic violence cases, one person's obsessed with the other person, so they can't even get out of the situation if they wanted to.
for sure.
We saw Cassie trying to leave. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
it's just sad. Prayers to her family because she was so young and that's so tragic.
Hmm.
And then he killed himself. You know what I mean? So it's just like, ugh, this is just, it's two
Tragic
families affected by this forever.
forever,
Mm,
forever,
mm,
forever,
mm, mm.
forever. Um,
Yeah,
so sad.
that's so sad. So moving on to something a little bit lighter, but I do want to touch on this while we mentioned Diddy. I did see today there was a trailer that dropped for a new documentary coming out, going to be featuring Diddy's sons. I think only two of them, Christian and what's that other one? Christian
Christian and Justin.
and Justin. Yeah. Looks like they're going to be having a documentary telling their side of the story, I guess, or how this has been affecting them. I'm not really clear about what the documentary is going to show. But I did notice that Diddy seems to be one of the executive producers. That's what the word on the street is. And this is coming on Zeus Network. So Zeus Network has no filter for y'all that don't know. They are the home of baddies and, you know, the Jocelyn Hernandez show. So it can get crazy on that network. So I am interested to see how much they're going to reveal on there and what's going to be said. Um, but the consensus in the comments of social media is that they're not feeling this. This seems like it's, you know, going against the victims in a way. Um, but nonetheless, I'll probably be tuning in.
Yeah, I don't know. I, well, one, to touch on the point, how Zeus Network reveals a lot, and that is so true. Because I know you've turned me on to a few shows years past, and it got real crazy. I think that was around the time where I had to download Zeus and all that. Like I had to like
They
really
have
like
no
find it.
filter.
I had to literally find it.
Hmm.
Um, but I'm like, what if Sean is the executive producer? I highly doubt they're going to show anything that depicts him in a negative light. And if
Yeah.
they do show something, it'll be something that we already heard about or know, or something like
Right.
that. But I highly doubt. I feel like this is kind of going to be something in terms of like a response to
Mm.
what has already been revealed because there's so many documentaries out here. I know TMZ did like a two-part documentary about Diddy right around the time this whole thing with Cassie exploded. As we know, 50
Hmm.
Cent did one. I think Netflix did their own version of it outside of the 50 Cent. Like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm just saying, like, there's been several versions of Diddy and the exposure and how he's like manipulated everybody. I'm thinking that this one is going to be in response to all of that, and it's going to try to paint
Hmm.
him in a way where I won't say that he's the good guy because I just so much has already been revealed, so it's hard to come out in defense of that. But
Hmm.
I feel like it's really just gonna be for entertainment purposes, if I'm honest.
Right. I
And
mean, I do want to know what the kids feel about it because they've been like kind of enmeshed in the whole situation. And I'm just like, how do y'all feel about this? To me, I do feel like the oldest son, Quincy, the one who's not biologically Diddy, feel like he has kind of distanced himself from the whole thing. And then the other sons seem to be more on their dad's, you know, corner, more in his corner. So it's just kind of interesting because I do feel like there's a split amongst the kids, you know what I mean? Maybe about like how they feel about it, their support for him.
I don't know. I know the girls came out recently, the twins, and they had said
Hmm.
something. I didn't watch all of it, but they were basically in defense of their dad and were just saying, the media has them
Mm,
all wrong and all the things, delusion, delusion, delusion. Um,
I
So I was really
know.
interested to know kind of what they were thinking. Now, do I expect them as 18-year-olds to come out and bash their father? No, I don't.
Right. They're
Um,
young.
But at the same time, I think that I don't know if we'll really ever know what they truly feel about
Right.
their father. Like truly, like those deep rooted feelings about how they feel about certain things. I
Yeah.
don't know if we, the masses, will ever just truly know because even though it's media training, though, too, right? Like so many people, so many kids, so many adults, they're media trained. And I mean, I think it would be hard to look at all of this against your father or a parent and not feel bad for the victims or have some sort of your own mind or interpretation of things to where you're like, no, that's still not my dad. I do feel like
Yeah.
somewhere deep down, there is something where they're not telling us, but I just don't know if we'll really ever know
I
truly how these
know.
kids will feel or how
And then
they feel.
especially the kids, especially the girls, because their mom being Kim Porter,
Hmm.
and the ones with the mom, Kim Porter, I know is especially difficult because the mom passed away. And there's already been so many allegations saying that Diddy had something to do with her passing. So I just know that's really difficult. You know what I mean? And I don't know what to believe about that, but I do think it's quite odd how she passed away suspiciously from pneumonia when she was seemingly just healthy. But I don't know. I'm not going to get into any conspiracy theories, but yeah, it's all just a crazy situation.
It is very crazy. Very, very
Crazy.
crazy.
The downfall, you know what I mean? It's just
Hmm.
like if you would have told me 10 years ago all this stuff was happening, I'd be like, you crazy. Diddy is like getting a star on the Hall of Fame right now. Like
Girl,
this is crazy.
so true. Mm.
Hmm.
Look at the window.
But
But
anyways, moving
um,
on.
sometimes my friends and I, we don't joke about being at the freak offs, but it's one of those things where
Oh my
it's
God.
it's one of those things where because that was our era.
It
That was like
was.
our
It
era in
was.
terms of we were super young when it was like truly like I'm not talking about like when we were five when Craig Mack and all of that era, but I'm speaking
Right.
to you know, the Diddy parties and, you know, for like the
Making the
early
band. Like this man
2000s,
was
making the
on
band,
top.
Danny Kane,
Hmm.
and around that time, Diddy was the face of a lot of stuff, especially on like flyers and parties. Like I know when we went to All Star, a group of us as friends went to the All Star weekend in Dallas and we had went to a Diddy party. Well, I'm sorry, it wasn't a Diddy party. It was a club, and Diddy was supposed to make an appearance.
I was like, hold
And
up, girl. You didn't say you was at the titty party.
girl, right. And so it was a club we went to, and Diddy was supposed to make an appearance. And everybody's like, "Where's Diddy? Where's Diddy?" Of course, he never showed. Right? He never showed. He never came. But your girls and all that, they're if Diddy came, sure, everybody be smiling in his face, trying to see
Every
what the
time.
after party was. It just was that easy back then to um find yourself in mixes where stuff like that is not uncommon for you to end up or arrive at. So we were like, girl, that could have been us one at one point, like going to, because I know hell with Genuine and Raheem Devon and Benzino back in the day. We all went to all the after parties and had a blast.
Yep.
Um, but I'm just saying how easy it was to get that could have been one of us at a freak off. It just
Girl,
wasn't called
super
that back then.
easy.
Just wasn't
It
called that back then.
and it's like literally I told you that story I'll never forget about going to that Migos after party. And it's like it turns into a
Yeah.
situation so quick. And you're like,
Yeah.
hold up,
You
where'd
find
everybody
yourself.
go?
Yes.
Like
You're
we
like, you
came in
see
here with
Shatira?
40 people and
Where
now
Keisha
there's
at?
7 women in here. Like what?
Yeah.
So it turns
Yeah.
into something very
Quick,
quickly sometimes
quickly.
that you're not expecting, especially if you're not like used to that, you know, culture,
Hmm.
celebrity life or whatever. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, I'm not victim shaming at all, especially dealing with
Hmm.
powerful, rich people. That's like a
Right.
different type of situation. You know what I mean?
For
It's different
sure. For
than
sure.
Joe Schmo grabbed my butt at the gas station. Like that's
Right.
either way, it's a violation. But when you're dealing
For
with somebody
sure.
who is so powerful and rich, you're
For
not going to
sure.
have the same reaction as
No.
if you were just dealing with a regular dude who can't do nothing, you know?
For sure.
So
For
I'm
sure.
not victim shaming. God bless all of them. And hopefully Diddy just does his time. What I'm just hoping doesn't happen, which I feel like it will happen, is as soon as this man gets released, he's going to be all up in the videos and the podcast, and everyone's going to be accepting him with open arms. Like,
Yeah.
you've done
Yeah.
your time. Diddy's a
Yeah.
legend. Like, I'm not trying to hear none of that. Like, get him
Right.
off my screen. It has already been revealed this man's a psycho. Like, just,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? But I feel like 4 years is just, it's not enough time. He's going to come back on these streets and just act like nothing ever happened. And people are going to embrace that. I guarantee
Yeah.
you. So we'll see
I
how it
agree.
plays out.
You know how quick we are as how forgetful we are as cancel culture. What is it? Culture
Cancel
type
culture.
cancel culture. Um, but
Girl, you come out with one nice little tune. Everybody forgot all about you raping
girl,
so and so.
the people still trying to get R. Kelly out. They like, please take Puff. Let's bring back Robert.
I
Um,
know.
because we want to go to a concert. And it is what it
Girl,
is. I'm just saying.
hold on real quick. Just shout out Amazon. Am I looking at the package that you just ordered like
Yes.
45 minutes ago?
Yeah. I think they
And
dropped it
now
off by the road.
it has arrived to her doorstep. Like when
Girl.
I tell you we as a people don't have no patience, this is crazy.
This is perfect
Before
with
we started recording, I told Mia about this pillow. She found it on Amazon, ordered it, and it's literally at her door within the hour.
within an hour.
Crazy, crazy
Within
work.
an hour. Maybe an hour and a
Shout
half
out
top.
Amazon.
This is why you are Amazon.
Girl, this is
Tik-
why.
TikTok shop could never.
Could never. You waiting good 2, 3 weeks for your order.
Girl, forgot. I be forgetting that I had ordered something. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, oh yeah, these are the gushers.
But you can't beat that price. That's so funny. So yeah, that is all the Diddy news and the sad news. I do want to touch really quickly also, since we're talking about, the holiday season. Cardi B has been publicized with her new baby. She's been posting her new baby that she has with NFL player Stephon Diggs. And social media has kind of been in an uproar because it seems like Stephon Diggs spent their first, their child's first Christmas with his other baby moms. I think he has
Mhm.
2 or 3 other infants. Um, and he has decided to spend his Christmas holidays with them. Now, I'm torn because my thing is, at least he's with his kids. You know what I mean? At least he is saying, hey, all these kids are going to get time with me. I'm not just going to dedicate just to Cardi just because she's my girl at the moment and she's a celebrity.
Mhm.
He took time
Mhm.
away and spent time with his kids. Good
Mhm.
for him. But at the same time, it does not look the best for Cardi because it's like, damn, you literally just divorced a man for being a cheater, basically, and having said relationships outside of the marriage, rumored children outside the marriage, and then you're dealing with a new child with this new man who has other kids, babies that he's gonna go
Mhm.
see. And y'all all had kids around the same time, which means he was screwing all of y'all around the same time.
Mhm.
So it's just like, girl, why did you do this?
Right.
Like, a baby is a blessing. I'm not going to say it's not a blessing. It's your life, it's your money, it's whatever. But it's just like, I mean, what's it going to take to learn the lesson?
Mhm. Mhm.
Because, like,
Mhm.
everyone can see this is like a train wreck waiting to happen. But okay, girl.
Go off. It's like go off, girl.
Mm.
I
And I know
think
she was embarrassed by it. Mm.
I mean, I it's so hard for me to rationalize. any woman coming into a situation where a man has never necessarily been quote unquote, I don't even want to say the word faithful, but has
Yeah.
a reputation, um, and then let alone it's multiple women who have a child or just it's very odd to me where I feel like to some degree most of these women who get in these positions, especially when you're dating like an athlete or an actor or celebrity, somebody with some kind of status, I feel like women, we tend to overlook a lot of those things for the
Yeah.
clout, and it makes it okay for us in those moments because it's like now
Mm-hmm.
Cardi is different, right? She came in with her own bag, her own status, much higher than even a Stefan. But again, in
Right.
that time period of her coming out of that offset ordeal and consistently being cheated on, I think it was more of a situation like fuck him, I'm about to do me, I'm about to have fun, da 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 da, and it ended up being what it is. But for the
Mm-hmm.
majority of women, it just is a cycle that continues to happen
Mm-hmm.
where we all are like, why would she have a baby? Or why would she find herself in this situation? And it's like the easiest answer I can arrive at is money or clout or what they
Yeah.
hope or think. You know what I'm saying? And it
Mm-hmm.
literally continues to happen. And specifically with Cardi B, um I honestly believe that they may all have some sort of agreement and everybody's cool. Because I know there was a comment that was made, and again, I'm not taking away from the fact that when she goes behind closed doors and really sits in her thoughts, whatever that
Right.
looks like is whatever that looks like. But generally speaking, she's showing up at the games. He's not hiding her. He's
No.
making time for all of the babies in whatever way, because we do know of parents and babies' fathers who only have one child and they are ghosts with no money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So again, I'm not making an excuse, but for everything where we can say there's an example of this, there's also an example of that. So,
Right. And maybe around the time he, fertilized all these women, maybe they weren't exclusive. We don't know. Maybe they were just
I,
having fun. So,
listen, when I saw that clip of Stefon Diggs' teammates in the locker room a
hmm
couple years ago, and they were interviewing all of the players on his team, and
hmm
the question was, out of all the players on your team, who would be the one that you would absolutely not want your sister to link with?
I saw that.
99% of those players, his teammates said Stephon Diggs.
Stephon.
This is not new news. Like he has clearly a reputation as clear as day.
That's
So much
so
to the point that
funny.
even his boys are like, although I fuck with you, hell nah, you could never be with my sister, dog. Like,
Oh
that
my
speaks volumes to
God.
me.
Yeah. And he's from my hometown, girl.
Is he?
He's literally friends with one of my best friends' brother. He's from where I grew up. Heard
Okay.
some stories about him. So, but he done leveled up, girl, leveled up. But for the record, Cardi B is a very wealthy, successful woman, and I don't think that she's putting a lot of emphasis in love because of what she just went through with Offset and because she's worth $100 million. So it's just like whatever. She's probably just
Yeah.
focusing on her money, her career, and I do think she's probably just taking this lighthearted. I don't think she's even thinking about putting too much emphasis on the relationship.
I don't think she really is either. I'm like, I feel like this is so lighthearted because this is at
Mm-hmm.
least her knowing about other people versus in her marriage. All of the women that came out, all of the, you know, um, I'm sorry's only to be looking stupid again. She's fighting
Yeah.
women, she's abusing, beating bitches up, she's taking offset. Like, I think this is very lightweight energy. She has a
Mm-hmm.
baby out of it, but she's probably like, I can deal with this. It's not a secret,
Yeah.
I'm getting
Mm-hmm.
what he's giving. Like, he's not telling me I'm the only one. He's not proposing to me saying he wants me to be the
Yeah.
wife, but yet he's spreading seeds and royal oats.
Yeah.
You know,
And
I
it's a
just think
thing
it's
that
too damaging.
happens like it's a thing that happens with women when they get done really, really, really bad, where
Right.
they kind of build this armor and they
Hmm.
really don't care. Like,
No.
Summer
And
Walker
that's
just
when
was a
that's
prime
when men
example.
really don't want. Men really don't want you to get to the point where you don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
They
And
don't.
that's the vibe I'm getting for her. Like, she doesn't care.
No.
Not really.
No, she
So,
doesn't. She doesn't.
because
Again,
she made a statement. She said, "Hey, can y'all just stop dragging me?" She was like, "What do you want me to do? The baby's
yeah,
here. The baby not going back in my body. It's a wrap. Like the baby's
it's a wrap.
here. Can we
It's a
move
wrap.
on?" Like,
Can we move on?
like
Can we
she's
move on?
okay with the other babies. So, who are we to
Yeah.
not be okay with it?
Right. So
Yep. So,
I kudos to
shout out
them.
to them.
There was one other thing that I wanted to touch on before we wrap up.
Okay.
It was actually something you sent me.
Oh, is it?
Um,
I'm like, I can't think of
Candace,
nothing else.
what was her name? Candace from Real Housewives of Potomac. What's
Oh
her last
yeah.
name? And
Dillard, I
and
think.
what
Is
was
it Dillard?
Dillard and her husband Chris?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
They had posted a holiday photo of all
Mm-hmm.
three of them with their baby in the middle and a big heart.
It was one was a snowflake, I think, over the baby's face, and the other one
Yeah, and
was
then
a
one was like
heart.
a heart.
Girl.
And she got a lot of flack about, what's the point in posting this photo? A
Oh, did
photo,
she?
yeah, in the comments.
Oh, I didn't
She
even
got a lot
see.
of flack because people are like, it was mixed reviews. She can do what she want to do. That's her baby, and da 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 da. And then you had other people that were like, we didn't ask for this picture. We're not asking to see the
I
baby
hate
anymore.
when people do
We
that.
wanted to see the baby when it first got here, but now it's so long now, like we forgot about the baby. So it's like, why do people choose to post their children,
Girl.
but yet post a big blob over their face? And it kind of takes away from the photo.
It's like,
I'd
please
almost
just don't
rather,
post.
well, I'd almost rather, I do like, because I feel like I'm gonna do this with Emmy. Um, I like when there's like mysterious photos, like the baby's like turned this way playing like dad,
Yeah.
and then everybody's playing and it's candid, and you just don't happen to
Yeah.
see she's in the photo. But when it's
Yeah.
like posing and then you put a blob over her face or an
Over their
emoji,
face. It's like disrespectful. I don't like
it's
it. Like, let me grow up and see you posted this and put a damn blob over my face. Like, what?
it's just like it's just crazy. So I don't know. I have mixed emotions about it. Like I said, people should be able to do what they want to do with their kids, um,
Hmm.
within reason. Let me just put a disclaimer out there for that line. But
Right.
within reason to protect them. But I just feel like you and Chris would have been fine, and the baby could have been playing on a tree and putting an ornament on the tree. And we just would have been like, oh, the baby's in the back, versus like,
Exactly. Do like a candid and
just
have the
a
baby's face
candid.
turned,
That's
something with a little
it.
more class.
Yeah.
Um, but you know
Yeah.
what? When celebrities do this, especially housewives and stuff, especially when reality stars do this, I feel like they are fulfilling some sort of contractual obligation because they probably got a cover with People magazine coming out or something where they're going to
Ooh.
release the baby's pictures. They
Ooh.
always do this. They'll be like, "Oh, that
Ooh.
she finally released on the People cover of People." Like,
Mm.
I promise you, we really
Mm.
are not holding our breath.
I promise we're
Promise you.
okay.
I
I
know the
promise.
baby's adorable.
I
I
know she's
already know
cute.
that.
Here she is. Is
God
it
bless.
a girl or a boy? Do we know?
Girl, we don't know. We don't know.
We don't know nothing.
Um, but shout out to them. God bless them. Glad she was able to have her baby because she was trying for a while. Um, and then in other housewife news, I'm sure you've seen Portia out here with her new girlfriend.
Yeah. Are they still together?
Girl.
That's
Yes, they're doing TikToks like every other day dancing. Um, girl, Portia is in love, okay?
girl. They are filming a show, so we do have to keep. in mind that as
Girl, the
well.
comments was like, Portia does not care.
I don't give
She
a
is
fuck. She's
just,
on to the next.
yes, she's just whoever got it to give. She gonna, she gonna hop on it.
Girl, because you know her
Okay.
time is running out. Like, I feel like you have, meaning there's always, you're never out of time to find true love. However, there is a finite amount of time when you are in the spotlight. That's why people create storylines
That's what
and
it is. I don't think it's more about love. I think it's like
they,
spotlight. Like she wants to
that's
be that
it.
couple that, you know
Correct.
what I mean?
And I feel like she's running out of time and she's trying to capitalize on, however, we don't know how much time she has left in terms of how hot she's going to be and all the
Spotlight,
things.
yeah.
But whatever she's trying to do, she's trying to make the most of it while she can. And for that, I don't blame her because, girl, get your bag, get your coin. For as long as you have viewers that care, that actually care, then keep going. You know what I mean? But when you start to, as long as it doesn't change who you are in terms of like for the worse. You know, if you're just having fun, trying this, trying that, okay, fine. But like, hopefully it doesn't get to the point where she's doing something where you're like, okay, this is just crazy. This is just crazy. Because I honestly don't think it's too far-fetched that she's with a woman just because she does have her own business. The girl has her own business. She's got her own name. She's
Yeah.
settled, so all of the
She's
traits
been
are there.
exposed to be down low lesbian for 10 years now
For
on
10 years. Yeah. So I'm
Housewives.
like, it's not far-fetched. It's just more so like is the divorce finalized? Is it like we just got out of this whole thing with you and Simon
That's
and now
my
it's a
thing.
whole new thing. It's just always something. It's like,
It's
girl,
just
these guys
always
breathe.
on display. Like every relationship you have, you're gonna be trying to be this power couple with them.
Girl,
Like it's
because I
crazy.
know when I looked at her page and I looked at the girl's page, that girl did not post her. Portia posted her on
Ooh,
her
that's
page at the
telling.
time, but she didn't post her. Now that was around the time when she first posted her. But if we go back out there,
Hmm.
if she didn't post her on her page, that's just,
That's very telling.
I think so, right?
Especially in Atlanta, because there ain't nothing but drama. You know what I mean? Like that girl is probably dating three other people.
Yeah. See,
Crazy.
she's got one picture of her. Let's see, who is this? Okay, she's now posted something of her. She posted a dancing video
Okay,
four
okay.
days ago. 4 days ago, she posted her. Um,
Yeah, apparently she's gonna be on the new season of Housewives, so we'll see, I guess. I stopped watching it. I have not been really
I haven't
caught
either.
up.
I have
Um,
not either, girl.
I did hear there was reports that Shamia and Portia just got into a physical altercation or something. So that's probably for the show. Who knows? So we'll see. Reality is just, it's really starting to fall off, things seeming more
Fake.
fake, you know?
It's like
Reality
we've been knowing it was
was so
fake.
good when it was good, but
It was good, and I'm glad that we were around in that time when reality TV first hit the scenes and we
yeah.
were able to get those real because when Housewives first started, that was real. That was
Oh,
like
yeah.
real content. That was
Mm-hmm.
real lives, real wives. Hello, there was more married
Yeah.
people.
Wow.
Even with some of the other cities like Orange County,
Mm-hmm.
that was a real, their first several seasons were real. I don't know, it just felt more authentic.
It seems like
Um,
now everybody's trying to have a moment or make a moment,
everyone
go
has to have
viral.
a
You know what I
storyline.
mean?
Well, and I also feel like too, everybody looks the same.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Everyone looks the same.
It's the
Um,
fillers, girl.
everybody's prototype is the same. It's like it's so and that's probably why we hold on to the 90s and the early 2000s and
Mm-hmm.
80s and all that because there's such nostalgia about it and an
Yeah,
authenticity of it and realness about it where you're like, damn, I miss that.
I know. It's literally to me, I feel like it's the fillers because like whoever is doing these fillers and everyone's faces, they're getting the same I don't know, bone structure or something. Where it's like as soon as they get the fillers, you could see, oh, okay, she got her jaw, you know,
Hmm.
pointed out. She got her nose contoured and her lips. and everyone has that same aesthetic on their face.
Hmm.
It changes your whole face. It's crazy to
And
me.
what people forget is that filler migrates.
Oh,
It
what does that
moves.
mean?
It
Oh, it
moves.
moves.
It moves. So in pictures and things like that, it looks really good. But if you've ever seen someone in real life with filler after some
Yeah.
time and they don't like keep up with their appointments, and sometimes not
Mm-hmm.
even if they don't, even if they do keep up with their appointments, things just look bubbly, things look just distorted up
Yeah.
close. It's just not as, it's not really what you think. That's why a lot of doctors now
Mm-mm.
are saying stay away from fillers, and they're saying do
Yeah.
more of this other product. I forget what it's called, but apparently it's pretty popular
Mm-hmm.
because of the migration of fillers. Like it does move. And that's
It
why people go in and
does.
get it dissolved. They'll go in and get
Mm-hmm.
stuff dissolved and the fillers taken out as much as possible because they're like, it's migrating everywhere.
I can tell, like, it's something off about it. And it's like sometimes it's counteractive because you think it's gonna make you look younger, but it actually makes you look older. Like it
Hmm.
gives you that tight, pulled back, older look.
Girl,
It's like, I don't
that's
know.
why I was
Whatever
saying,
Kris Jenner did, that's what people need to do. Do what
girl,
Kris Jenner did. She looked good.
girl, you gotta,
Okay.
that facelift was probably $1 million.
I don't
And
know what
so
type of sorcery.
girl,
Should look
for the
good.
masses, they are lucky to get a facelift for 40,000 and be okay.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
yeah,
That was worth
no.
every penny. Whatever she spent, that thing looks good. Like,
I will
wow.
honestly say that for the most part, right? The Kardashians, for the most part, yes, they all still look kind of frozen and all the things, but that's what they want. But for the
Right.
most part, they look really good. They do. All of
They
them look
do.
really good.
They
Um,
do.
you
Even
know, and it,
Chloe,
Chloe looks
she was
good.
looking kind of crazy a little bit, but she did
She
something. She reeled it back in,
she
and
reeled
she
it
looks
back
a lot better
in.
now.
Works her
Hmm.
ass off in the gym. We know that for a fact. Regardless of whatever she's had done, she works her ass off to maintain that type of
Well,
um
girl, Ozempic has
body.
also hit Hollywood hard.
But I'm
Um,
saying even before Ozempic, Chloe was in that gym. Chloe was in that gym. I mean, and I think and really what I think happened to Chloe was with the whole Tristan thing and all of that, because even before a little bit before Tristan, she was working out and looking really good.
stress.
But I think it was in exactly stress, and it was like
Hmm.
this is what I'm turning to, and she became because
Yeah.
at one point Chloe became kind of sickly looking.
She was way too skinny,
Um,
and then she
she
still
was
had the
way
fake
too skinny.
butt, so it looked a mess.
It looked
But
crazy, but now she actually looks healthy. She looks happy. She looks,
hmm
she looks good. So,
she
um,
does. She does.
kudos to them.
And I saw a few clips just to touch on them because we don't really talk about the Kardashians too
We
much, but I
really
did
don't.
see a clip. I guess they still have their Kardashian show, and Kim released a clip of her not passing the bar. You know,
Oh
she's trying to be a
God,
lawyer,
that made me
and I
so
think
sad.
Courtney had said something, and everyone was in the comments calling Courtney just the biggest hater. Courtney's like, well, why would you want to do all of that hard work? And she's like, I think dad is trying to tell you, like, don't take the bar. You're such a hater. Just because you want to live off of the Kardashian money and just take care of your million kids, you cannot shade Kim. She's always been the go-getter. She's always been the one
She's the
who was
reason why y'all
pursuing
are
a
where you are.
career.
Let's be honest,
Yeah.
Kim. Listen, Kim. I will say it time and time again. Kim really is the prototype. When you think about it, Kim has changed a lot of bitches. Like
Oh, yeah.
when Kim Kardashian came out on the scene, Lala switched up. Um, all the girls, really all the
Well,
girls.
Kim Kardashian was the reason why the whole explosion of big butts and
Yeah,
BBLs
correct.
and the aesthetic of the jet
The
black hair,
aesthetic,
bust down in the middle,
the
like
thick
all
eyebrow,
of
full
that.
eyebrows, full lips.
Now, granted,
It's just
black people been having big butts since the
we
beginning of time, but it was never
for
popular
sure.
until
And bit
this
full lips.
Armenian girl did it.
This Armenian girl, Kim, like I tell you, Kim has set. I don't even want to say a standard because, like you said, black
Hmm.
women have been I can't even say the standard because they look at us like we're not, but we are. But what I'm saying is when Kim K stepped out, girl, the
Mhm.
hairstyles with the long and the it's like the same, it's the same, everybody does the
It
same
was that
thing.
exotic look, and then
It's that
everybody's like, "Oh,
exotic
that's it,
look.
that's it."
Black
That, you know what I
girls,
mean?
yep, all her
Yeah.
friends started to talk like her, Malika and all of them. Like they just
Hmm.
all it's like they're baby Kims.
Yep.
Everybody's a baby Kim. And so
Yep.
for that alone, Kim has,
Hmm.
we joke and we play all day about, what is Kim famous for and all that, but she's made her mark. I'm so actually proud of her. I've never had an issue with Kim Kardashian. Um, I really haven't. The
I
thing that I
respect
felt
the fact she's transformed. You know what I mean? Like she could have easily just been like a Pamela Anderson or somebody who
she could
just
have
only
easily just been
did
on that. The one thing
sexual
that I
stuff.
have beef, the only thing that I really have beef with them for, not like I know them or they even care, but the one thing I have beef with them for is how they treated Jordan with the
Oh yeah,
Kristen.
Jordan, Black China, basically all their black friends.
Yeah.
Because even Lauren London stopped hanging
Oh
out with them
yeah. Yeah,
because
yeah, you're right.
Chloe cheat Chloe dated Trey Songz or cheated with
Yeah.
Trey Songz when she was
Yeah.
with whatever. So
Yep.
a lot of the black friends that they were um essentially sticking to in the
Yeah.
beginning to kind of give them a black pass. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
they did keep
Absorb.
them a black bestie to kind of be like, oh, look, we're cool with black people,
Well,
let
they
us in the
kept them a
culture.
black bestie and a black man. Everybody
And a
except
black
Courtney.
man.
Courtney, the one thing I'll say about Courtney is Courtney loves being Courtney. Courtney
Courtney
doesn't
been
give a shit.
herself since the
Courtney doesn't
beginning.
care. She's like, I
Yeah.
don't want to assimilate to the black men. I don't want to be black. I don't want to, I'm Courtney. And I do love that for her. But, to your point, yeah,
Yeah.
they have, messed
That's
around
the
their
only
friends.
thing that was kind of like,
That for me is crazy because I'm like,
y'all stepping on
but
the backs of black women to get where you need to be. But
well,
okay.
yeah. I mean, it's just
Um,
fucked up, especially because you were friends with them. Kylie was best friends with Jordan. And here's the thing, we clearly saw Tristan lean in and kiss Jordan. Like you
right.
see, like it wasn't a situation where she was all over him. Like he leans in and then you proceed to have another baby with him and he cheats on you
Uh-huh.
pregnant again. Like it's weird.
But you see who's winning. Jordan just got engaged. Shout out to
What you saying?
her.
The
Been with her NBA
cards.
man for 5, 6 years,
Yep.
no baby, got the ring, like didn't have to do all that baby mama stuff.
Yep.
And shout out to her because,
Yep.
she did step away from them and she has been
Glowed up.
thriving. So, and
Glowed
they were
up.
trying to destroy that girl, like
They
in the
were
media.
awful. Awful.
So shout out to her. And then I also just want to touch, like, I will never forget. I know you'll remember this episode because this is a classic episode of The Kardashians when Kim was going to get her first Bentley, and all of them, like ganged up on her, was like, "Oh, Kim's getting a Bentley," and then
Like, you're
that's
right, I
when
am getting
like
a Bentley. She's like, I am. Yep, I'm getting my Bentley.
that's when she hit them with their purse, and it was like a big squabble, and I was like, from that moment, you could see all of their envy with Kim even
Hmm.
though that's their sister and she's bringing them along for the ride, but it still was
Yeah.
like a level of like, ugh, Kim just thinks she's that bitch, and it's like she is,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? She really
Yeah.
is. And
That,
I think that's still seeping out, and when she's pursuing this new thing with law, it's
mm,
it's coming out, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like they put her in a box and they just really don't like that she's stepping out that box.
Yeah.
um but shout out to her. I hope she still keeps pursuing to get to pass the bar. Um but
And
I do
what's
want people
crazy?
to recognize, just
Hmm.
really quick, I do want people to recognize because everyone's like, "Damn, how many times she going to take the bar?" First of all, California bar is the hardest bar in the state.
That's what I
And
was
I mean
about to
in the
say.
country.
Yeah, I did
Secondly,
say that.
this girl did not go to law school. She is
Hmm.
taking the bar without going to law school, which is
Yeah.
definitely hard to do. Honestly, Kim, I do feel like you should have just put in your time and just went to a traditional law school because it's a lot easier to pass the bar once you go to a traditional law school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kim did this through an internship, basically, worked
Yeah.
under a lawyer for a few years, and now she's just taking the bar. When
Right.
most people go through 4 years of undergrad and 3 years of law school and then take the bar, Kim
Yeah.
didn't do any of that. So it's
Yeah.
going to be very hard to pass the bar. It may take her 10 years. Who knows? Because it's something that you traditionally go to school for. So,
Yeah.
but either way, shout out to her. I think that's dope. She's trying to like follow in her father's footsteps.
Yeah.
And I wish her the best of luck.
When she found out she didn't pass, she was saying, I think she was like, I bet you I didn't pass because of my essays. And
Wow.
so when she was opening up the results, she was like, and she was kind of crying, and Chloe was
Yeah,
there
she
and her
was.
mom, and she was just like, it's okay. She was like, it's okay. She was like, it's okay, it's fine. And I loved how her son just like gave her a hug and, all the things, but she was like looking at her results and she was like, it was my essays. She was like, yep, it was my essays.
Yeah.
So she didn't even not pass the understanding part. It was literally her essays. So my thing is she possibly will pass, fuck around and pass the next time she does it. Who know? We don't know.
She
We gotta
will.
give the girl credit where
But
it's
the
due.
bar is made up of mostly essays.
Oh, is it?
So
Oh,
it
okay.
takes like
Okay.
3 days to take the test, and it's like essays on 2 days, and then one day is like multiple choice. So
Oh, okay.
it's
Okay.
mostly
So it's
essays.
mostly essays.
It is, and arguments that you have to write out. So and it's really hard to do when you don't have that foundation of going to college and familiar with writing essays and structure of that. Like that's hard to just do when you didn't go to college. So
Hmm.
hopefully she just utilizes all her resources, gets her some tutors. You know what I mean?
Right.
I know she can do it. She has every resource at her fingertips to do it.
Girl, she fuck around and do private law school or something, she's got the money to bring in professors and do all the things. And although it may not be accredited and all the things, but she
Mm-hmm.
can literally set up and have people travel with her and focus like what people I think would love to be able to do, but they have to kind of cram and fit around law school, whereas she can
Exactly.
bring the law school wherever she is,
Mm-hmm.
and do that. So yeah, I have no doubt she's definitely gonna pass at some point because not only she's doing this for her, but she's also, I think, doing this to prove something to the world. Um, and I think she's gonna do it. So
Yeah. Shout
shout
out
out
to
to her.
her. Best of luck.
Best of luck. And yeah, that was a lot going on. But hopefully, like I said, I pray that we still have what, 2 more days before the new year. A
Mm-hmm.
lot can happen, a lot can still
Yes.
change, and more
Girl,
than
I'm just
anything,
glad to be here. Okay. Thank you,
well, that's what I'm
God,
gonna
for me
say,
living. And I want to
girl.
see 2026. And I'm just so grateful to still be here. Grateful to still be doing this podcast with you. We started this like, what, 5, 6 years ago?
2017.
And we're still at it. And so I'm just blessed, grateful. I love you. I love all my melanin listeners. And